Just there is some nice views in Massachusetts. Don't let anybody kid you. I am in Massachusetts, and these flowers are magenta. They're pretty cool. Magenta flowers. Somebody's shooting a gun. Hopefully not too close to the trail. And I am going over a bridge. This water around here, ooh, this looks like there's some big fish. Water around here is not the greatest to drink, but it is pretty. But you really should not drink the water around farms because there's a lot of bad stuff in the water. But it looks like it's not too bad because I saw some fish. Here's the more of those magenta flowers. Really nice day. It's my friend the leopard frog. He's a little frog buddy. He's got the leopard spots. He lives by a cornfield. He's a farmer frog. Well, I ain't gonna scare you. You're a good boy. This is probably the best day of Massachusetts. It's almost over. I'm gonna go to Sage's Ravine and camp by a waterfall. So that should be nice, but there's some nice views in Massachusetts. And the trail is not that easy, it's pretty challenging. We're getting there. Here's a nice pastoral scene, even though it's gonna rain. Here's a weird obelisk that looks like it was left here by aliens. Out here in the middle of the woods in Connecticut. This is kind of interesting. There's like some big trees here. Big oak trees. It's kind of a nice forest. You sometimes can hear the road, but it's pretty nice looking forest. This massive oak tree just fell over recently because it's still got all its leaves. And the leaves are like upside down because it's on its side. Like if it had been here for a few days and was still alive, the leaves would be facing the sun. But they're oriented the same way they would be if it was standing straight up. And it looks really fresh right here. It looks really fresh where it scraped this tree. It looks like it's happening in the last day or so. Just this giant oak tree. Just fell down across the trail. That's so big. I don't know what this tree weighs, but oak is really solid hardwood. So that's one thing when you're setting up your tent out in the woods, you should look for what they call widow makers, which are dead trees or hanging dead limbs, so it doesn't happen to you. The Appalachian Trail goes near a speedway, which is kind of weird. So there's like race cars. That's kind of funny. I think they're midget racers, I'm not sure. It's really loud. Actually, I misspoke. There's actually 3 frogs here. 1, 2, and then there's the big one, the big grandpappy. There he is. Looks very alert. It's amazing. These green frogs are more terrestrial than bullfrogs. They don't really need large bodies of water, which is obvious from this tiny spring that there are 3 frogs here. It's kind of a dense frog population considering how much water it is. It's about 3 or 4 inches deep. I found a spring and it's full of frogs. Right here is either a green frog or a bullfrog. I think he's a green frog based on the ridges on his back. So they're a close relative of the bullfrog, but they're a little bit smaller. And then here is another little green frog. So it's kind of cool. So this water is, spring is enough to support a bunch of frogs. There it is flowing right here. It's very flowy. It's cool. The wilds of Connecticut. So there is quite a bit of wild country in Connecticut, but I could tell I'm not that far from civilization because I can hear cars most of the time. But still, it's pretty nice knowing that there's a lot of wild country left in New England. Even though I'm in Connecticut and not Maine or New Hampshire, the trail, people that put the trail in years ago, like almost 100 years ago, they designed it even in Connecticut to be an obstacle course. They just, you know, it's kind of fun, but kind of like at the end of the day, it's like the trail just veers over a jagged rock pile for no reason. Sometimes you could be annoyed, but it's supposed to be fun. So anyway, it's just kind of interesting that the way the trail is set up. I'm still in Connecticut, taking a walk along the Housatonic River. I don't even know if it is the Housatonic River. I'm not sure. I'm a little tired. I'm kind of slap happy. So I'm in Connecticut, but I'm excited about the next state, which is New York, because my buddy and I, Ratatouille, we're splitting an Airbnb. We're going to be in New York City Labor Day weekend. We're going to go to Central Park. We're going to see where they filmed Elf and had a snowball fight. I'm going to take pictures of that for my friends back home, Brooke and Arthur and Merlin, because they're big fans of Buddy the Elf, just like I am. So I'm going to search until I find where they filmed that snowball fight. And also, if I see the Empire State Building, I'll take a picture of that too. And then we're going to go to the Met, which is a museum. And then we're going to ride bikes around the Hudson River. We're going to have a Brooklyn-style pizza. That's definitely one of the things we're going to do. So it's kind of hard to notice what's going on now because I'm kind of wanting to get to the next point so I can take the bus or take the train from Pauling, New York, into New York City. But it's very enjoyable. I do like Connecticut, but I'm kind of hiking by myself, so it's a little bit lonely. There's a guy behind me I know named Muse. He might catch me. And I'm hoping my buddy Ratatouille catches me before I get to the train station, because otherwise he's going to be late. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today. Hope everybody back home is doing great. Very, very pretty here. Very, very nice pastoral scene. I just went swimming in the river, and I tell you what, I never once regretted going swimming. It was pretty nice. Kind of reminds me of the Shenango River when I was growing up as a kid in Binghamton. It's kind of cool. Heading into Kent, Connecticut. Looks like a nice place. Lots of woods, lots of nice houses.